Hi, Bobas. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for tapping that link again. That's a blessing that makes a difference in our lives. And that really confirms that you are for us. You're not against us. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your feedback on our last podcast. That was power packed. Thank you so much for your comments. And while you commented, we realized that it was bringing out. Okay, most of us looked at it from the perspective of stay home.
Yeah.
There's actually a comment where one said, I think this show should be called Stay Home Nonsense. Yes.
Oh my God.
But we just want to let you know that, like we said in the beginning, it's not entirely stay home. It's not about this one thing. We are committed to evolving all around at 360 degrees for life.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, career, education, marriage, health, we are here for it all together. Yeah.
Yeah, our last episode, we were mainly focusing on how one can embrace the current season you are in. So I think we talked more about stay at home because that is the current
That's
season
what
we are in. But then today, we want to go deep into seasons. I know not all of you are stay at home moms.
Yeah.
Many of you are in very different seasons. So we want to tackle a number of seasons because yes, we are stay-at-home moms, but we have also been in quite a number of them. We have been in a season of waiting for a job, waiting for a spouse, waiting for a number of things. We've been in a season where you are home and you have curfew. You cannot move, you cannot do anything else.
So you planned kids.
But now, how do you maximize that current season you are in? Do you just stay at home and sleep in bed because now you don't have a job and you are done with school? In between there, the job and the home, how do you maximize it?
Let me start where you have
Please, tell us. How did you maximize that season?
It has pressure.
Yeah, it
After
does.
school, after campus,
It does.
it has pressure. First of all, you're anxious about. Remember, results don't come out immediately, so you're thinking, am I pulling it off? Am I graduating? Then you're thinking a job. Then they want a spouse. These guys send us to school, and while at school, you're not supposed to be talk about anything
Else.
relationship.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when you're done with school,
They need a spouse. Like how?
Where did we find it? So it is a season that is a bit delicate. Yeah. So if you do not extend grace to yourself, you can lose you. You can lose you. Now, unfortunately for me, that season even found me with a retake. I remember the day the results were out for first semester of the last year, third year. I was doing big home, so I was doing a 3-year course. So third year, first sem, I got the notes board. I'd gone with a friend. So at campus, by the way, campus days were good.
Yeah.
They were humble, but impactful. We had a group of friends who were about 5, 6, and ladies and gentlemen. So you know how the other gender struggles with some of things like cooking.
Yeah.
So because we were, I don't want to say always broke, but we never had enough.
Yeah.
So we used to have moments where maybe one of those guys is really stuck and hungry. So they'll go there like, Emily, are you at hostel? And when you hear that question, you know he's going to come and we boil some rice.
Wow.
So this one evening, our friend, she's actually called Epaphras. Hi, Epaphras. She's called him FF. Yes, so he had checked in and we boiled the rice, ate, and then we decided to take her up to campus to check the notes board since results were out.
Yeah.
Now, in MOOC, when you have a retake, they bold.
What?
Yes. Like they print out results normally, and then the course unit with the retake is in bold and italics.
What? So everyone knows.
Yes. So by default, when you check and you have a bold somewhere, our manyanti. So I had not got a retake in the previous 2 years. So I get to the notes board and
you are in shock. The shock of your life.
I felt like my legs dropping.
Mm.
Thank God for Epaphras. He held me.
Mm.
He held me. I broke down. I cried. I was in denial. I'm like, how did we get here? Seeing advanced accounting, hard as it was,
I know.
now it's bolded, meaning I'm coming back for this,
Yeah.
So I remember he walked me to chapel. Oh, thank God for St. Francis Chapel, Makere. It was, and it still is, a home away from home. So walked to chapel. I remember I went straight to the gallery. There is a particular spot where I used to sit in services. I sat there and I cried.
Now what was
I cried, baby. I was overwhelmed. As you're thinking many things. So I'm not great, Betty. So how do I tell this to my parents? So how do I come back to class with people? When you're finalists, the feeling feels like now the people that you were feeling nice on, you're coming back like
it's like you're repeating class.
Exactly. A lot of things go through your mind in the moment. I cried, and Epaphras just sat besides and he let me be. I cried. By the time I finished, I was literally not seeing because my eyes got swollen to a point of wanting to close. So he helped me walk back to hostel. And life was not the same thereafter. It took me 3 days to tell my parents.
Wow.
It took me 3 days.
And how did they take it?
My parents, bless daddy and mommy. Those guys are calm.
They didn't quarrel. What? You wasted their money.
No.
Blah, blah, blah.
They and that's actually something that parents need to. That's now we are parents. So we need to grasp.
Oh my God.
When a child comes to you in that spirit, they are already broken.
Yeah.
They are hurting. So when you add to the hurt, you are not doing them any better. So I thank God for my parents. They were calm. They were calm. I remember my dad asking me, so what does that mean? What do we need to plan for? Of course, his biggest worry now was tuition. I think he was wondering, do I have to pay tuition for a full year? And it was a lot of money and, So we talked through it and they were calm. They were really calm. So, Minange, I had to come back to school and redo the paper. But I thought that was not enough. I'm now going to shock you. Shock me. I did that paper and the lecturer deliberately gave me another retake.
No.
In the same paper. Now, I don't know if it's only for Makere, but there is something called a considered pass. So when you fail 3 times, they, I think, add up your marks for the 3 times and I think divide by something to see if your average can get, I think, over 45 and above something. So the gentleman, the previous one, he had given me 39. This particular one, he gave me 44. So implying even if I do the third and you add, I would not get 45 and above. So that would be a dead year. Now, it also comes to me that I'm actually not failing because I'm dense. There was an agenda. There are things you will listen to and think it's news or it's jazz, it's rumor, it's propaganda until it actually comes to you personally, like it is you now at the center stage.
Wait, the lecturer had his personality.
Yeah. Sometimes being beautiful also is a disadvantage.
Oh my God. No.
The short of the story is when I am given a retake the second time, I pick the courage now to face him. And before I go to that, I want to applaud my parents again. This time, when I got the news, when I got the marks, because I'd gotten some kind of job as working, so I didn't go to campus. I called a friend who checked for me and told me, Mom.
Again.
I remember in the moment, I didn't cry. I wasn't sad. You know that moment where you have become the hard girl? I was the hard girl. I just braved the moment. And I also didn't know what emotions to throw around as, like you're in that settle. Is it true? Is it not true? And out of distress, I told my dad, I am done with school. Guess what my dad told me? Oh, Daddy, I love you. My dad said, it's okay, my daughter. If you don't feel like, you don't have to go. Yes. He actually said that we can that for him, graduating is not me walking to the Freedom Square, that area where we graduate from in Mook. He said for him, graduation is not me doing that. But from what he has seen about me and all of these things, I am more or less someone who has graduated, except that that paper has failed me. So he said we can actually dress up, take photos, and I even have one in the house. That day, I know you don't remember that. But that's one in the moment saved the day. So he just told me, and in our language, calmly, my dad is quite calm and composed. He's a teacher, so you know them. He said, it's okay, Emily, it's okay. We'll work around this. For me. As far as I'm concerned, my daughter is a graduate. If it means us taking the pictures of you in a gown and we hang in the sitting room, we will. So when he told me that, I calmed down. So now I was able to do everything with a sober mind. But of course, that's not what he meant. He wanted me to calm down, relax, accept it, and then we get away forward. So now I got the courage to go face the lecturer. So I call and we make an appointment. I remember he gave me Friday, 2 p.m. You know that time you can't even eat lunch. You're thinking, I want to go and know what is happening. Yeah. So me, I go, bambing. I even want to ask questions like, when you're marking me, what do you think? Am I failing on interpreting the questions? Is it my presentation? Because you see, for accounting, like for example, if I'm presenting something, they don't mark the final answer. They mark the steps. So I was thinking, why am I being too dense? That on about 4 to 5 numbers, if they mark steps, I cannot meet average of 50%. That's what I'm planning to discuss with a gentleman to see how can he help me. How do I get there? Oh my God. So I remember when I walked into his office, there were other 4 male lecturers. When I walked in, they all walked out and left him. Me, I greeted them thinking we are going to talk. So when they move out, I'm not thinking, naivety, 311. When they move out, so I asked him, so sir, I got to retake the second time. I'm wondering, He looked at me and smiled. And this is what he told me. You thought I would never get you? Wow. I'm serious yet. I'm like, And me, I am so bold. So I asked him, what do you mean? Yet you have. And he told me, are you too young to understand? So now I knew where I was headed. Thankfully, he was putting on a ring. I asked him, but sir, as far as I see, you are married. And he told me, so what? Yes. I'm ashamed, man. Yeah. And then I told him, if that is why you're taking my marks, we are going to deal with these marks between me and you. Don't expect. I am proud of myself. I didn't have time to compromise on such nonsense. So when I threatened to move out, he holds my hand, walks me to it was like a balcony, and points to the university library. Said, you either do that or walk back there and read for the 3rd time, and I will still fail you. Oh yes. I wish you had moved in with a record. People told me when I came back. Why did you record those things? Because when I was going, you had what I had in my mind. Yeah, you had no idea. That lecturer used to throw comments, even in class, because I was a front seater with a friend called Ayewari. We were the only 2 people in the whole class that had constant seats. In fact, I got her sito. People had sitos in high school, but for me, I had a sito at campus because we were ever. And he would throw those lines. It's so beautiful. And you're thinking, it's a compliment or what? And now reality was setting in. So when he did that, I marched out in protest. I went talking to myself. I'm like, nah, I wouldn't scoop this low. If it means me losing the degree, I will, but I am not scooping this low. So I moved out. I went. Now I had to think, but what was I supposed to think about? Because someone has told you, even if you read and what, they will fail you. So fast forward. Yes. I didn't. Number to petition again. I did not. I don't know also what I was going to do. But you see, the beauty of knowing God is that He will order your footsteps. So right about that time, we have Markfest. Markfest is the Makerere University Mission in September. And semester had started in August. So this was about a month in. I have not gone to class and I'm not planning
to go back.
So I remember the guest speakers were Daddy Orombi, or His Grace Emeritus Bishop Henry Luke Orombi, and Dr. Nduhuchre, other name
Has gone.
Dr. Nduhuchre of Mbara. Yeah, they were the keynote, Timothy, yes, Dr. Timothy Nduhuchre, they were the keynote speakers of that Markfest. And the theme was the theme. The topic. The theme, I think, of the ministry was, I am making a way. So that time I had a small job in Nakawa, so I would go to work, and evenings I would jump on a board so that I'm on time for the evening sessions. And as they spoke, it was as if they were speaking into my situation. So I remember one of the evenings, I went to meet Dr. Timothy to pray with me, and I told him what was happening, and I asked him to pray with me. And he was tired. It was after a night session. I think he had a long day. He just held my hand and prayed a less than 2 minutes prayer. Do you know how you feel in the moment?
I know.
Like, this guy has downplayed my problem. So I think when we finished praying, he saw the look on my face and he told me, I can see you're thinking that the prayer is small, is short, you're disappointed, but you will call me. You will call me. When the miracle finally happened, I called you.
Yes, how it happened. Now I want to know how it happens.
So after that Markfest, we do properly, we finish. I'm also in touch with Dad Orambe. He's a father, he's a friend, he's a mentor. He officiated my wedding. Yeah. We had a life. So of course for him, I was feeding him all through, and we were praying. So in that very time, the chaplain of St. Francis there, I think this is now God working in mysterious ways. The chaplain of St. Francis Chapel, then Uncle O, but now Uncle Bishop, the Right Reverend Onesmus Simwe. I think it was even a WhatsApp. He sent me a WhatsApp and said, I feel in my spirit that you should preach at chapel. I read the message and I didn't think through it. I replied back and said, my soul says yes. You know that song? I don't even know what I was. It was after I had responded to him. When I responded, he said, okay, you shall release the program and you will look for it and see the Sunday you're taking up. And it ended there. So after I had replied to him, I thought back, I'm like, what have I just... St. Francis is such a huge community for services, and not just congregants. These are the top brains of the nation. I'm like, will I just accept me? You know? But I think because the Lord was aligning me, I just prayed through it and believed God. When the program was out, I received it, I saw my topic, and I began to prayerfully prepare.
Yeah.
On the 2nd of September, 2018. There I was. By 6:30, I was at chapel because the first service is at 7. And I did 4 services, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and the Lukbara service at 3 o'clock.
You also preached in Lukbara?
Yes, and then they translated.
Wow.
They translated.
Okay.
And I remember one of the hardest parts. Preaching was not hard in itself because the Lord had led me to scripture. And the harder part for me was when Daddy O had to introduce me. He said, our preacher today is special. Yeah, that feels nice. It's like, oh, I'm special. But here is why I was special. He said, she's neither student nor a non-student. Now there you have, because it is a student community, everyone is already reading between the lines. She's done with school, but she's not graduating. Plainly, that's what it means. She's neither student, so I'm not in school, nor a non-student. Like, I'm not working class, I'm not... That hits me. I'm like, so how am I supposed to tell people about this boy who is seemingly not coming through for me in that area? But God graced me, and with my speciality of being none of the above, I showed up and God worked through me powerfully. I bless him in the 4 services. But here is where the miracle is. The Monday after I preached, I received a call from an unknown number. And this gentleman said, I am so and so. I was your lecturer in year 2. I lectured with this and this person. I was in service yesterday, particularly in the 11 o'clock service. You ministered so well. You blessed my heart. And even back then in year 2, you used to be such a calm girl. You didn't have trouble. I am very concerned on why you haven't graduated. And I told him, sir, it's a long story. And he set an appointment for me. He said, on this and this, this and this time, come to my place and we talk. So I went and took him through what was going on. And he said, leave that to me. Prepare to graduate. Yeah, so long story short, he told me, write to the academic registrar at Spring, because I had already written it twice with no feedback. I told him I've been writing this thing. No, he said, no, now I'm the one telling you to write. People, when you are in a certain season, mark people's words. He said, I am the one telling you to write. So I wrote and took it to the secretary, and she told me when you submit, let me know so that I follow up. So he followed up, and my paper was remarked. So I was applying for a remark. That provision is there in the university setting. So I had applied twice with no feedback. So now I applied. When I submitted, I told him for him to follow up. He followed up. I was marked and I passed the paper above 50. So it was no longer a return. How he did it, I promise up today, I don't want to know. Because when you trust the Lord, you trust him with the process. So I'm there and I get a call from him and he says, go check the next school. You'll be graduated. And I went and I was number 10 on the list. Yes. I was number 10 on the list. And now, remember, this is now, like, I think it took, because he was in and out of the country, so that follow-up took him some time. So this is now December. The semester is ending. I've never gone to class. But my miracle has come. And January, I graduated. So in that season, one thing I remember for sure is that I served God with my every bit, because I didn't know what else to do. Yeah. Actually, the job opportunity that I'm talking about found me in church. Not like you've been around and someone says, Pastor Aaron is here around. What are you doing? And you say, dear, nothing, I'm praying. And then they pick you up and, and ask you to be doing something not very formal, but yeah, you're earning, you're able to eat, you're able to dress, you can pay rent, you have transport. So that is how I maneuvered until a point when I get to graduate. Wow. So when you talked about that bit of, is it waiting for a job? Is it waiting after school? You triggered me. I was like, do you know what you're talking about? And I'm glad no emotions have come out. That shows I've grown. Because I would share this bit with emotions.
There are very many people out there that you're going through the same seasons, like she has shared. Maybe a lecturer is in your way to graduate, or maybe some male boss is in your way for a promotion. Or it can be maybe even a female boss.
The other gender, they are also.
Oh my God. It could be a female boss. Now they want you to be their sugar baby or sugar. They say sugar baby?
They are the sugar mommy. So for you, the what? Sugar baby. Sugar boyfriend.
I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah.
Sugar boyfriend.
I even don't know where sugar baby came from. But yeah, now there is a season I was in. It wasn't really a school. By the way, I haven't gone through that. Oh my God, I'm so sorry you went through that. being beautiful.
All things work together.
I think now the major season I can highlight is when I was in senior six back. Now, of course, there you're not in school, you are in vacation. But then I had very strict parents. Oh my God, my dad. If you ever see this video, I thank you for your strictness because anyway, it shaped me, but also I felt so suffocated. You know where you're not in school because I was in boarding throughout. Now you're back from school, you're home, but they cannot allow you to move anywhere, not even to go and visit your relatives, not even to socialize because you're in a gate. Because now he thinks when you socialize, you will be maybe told bad manners, maybe bad influence, you'll meet bad peers. That's okay, you say. But what?
I mean, so, but who teaches this bad manners? Because it cuts across.
Parents be insecure. Parents be
Now our
insecure.
parents be. Are you insecure?
Because
That's why you're headed.
I don't know, but God help me. I don't want to be an insecure parent. But man, I think my dad was just so protective, overprotective of me.
But also the insecurity is from a good,
from a good
place.
place, yes. So here I am in senior six back. I don't have books to read because then when you were in those other classes, they will tell you sit home and read. But now you don't have the books to read. You cannot go maybe visit relatives or what. You're within home. By the way, it was really hard for me. I felt so anxious. I felt like maybe I needed to be out there to explore, but I couldn't. So fast forward in around June, in the middle of back there, it was too much on me. So I sat down with my dad and told him, but Daddy, I think I'm soon running mad. Because just sitting home, housework, and then sleeping, waking up to housework, and then sleep, it was really getting so monotonous. I requested to join the youth ministry at my church, St. Friends Church. And even there, he was hesitant.
Even with the church.
Of course, that's where we fellowship from. But still, he was hesitant because he thought, okay, now you're going in your peers. Won't you still be spoiled? Won't you?
I'm waiting for where this goes and I ask you to get spoiled.
He was just so hesitant. But I promise I won't get spoiled. I promise I'll be a good child.
Right.
I promise I'll be coming back home early because now I thought like that was the only place I could maybe be accepted to go. Of course, I couldn't go in bars or what or parties or what. We are a Christian family. So anyway, finally he did accept, but of course with reservations. I'm like, okay, you go, but by 5 you're back home. By this time you're back home. Maybe like I could just go from 3 to 5 and come back.
And you breathe in those 2 hours.
Just know I would be so happy. I would release all the stress, all the anxiety. Meanwhile, I love singing, and that is the area I went to minister in. So I joined the youth choir. Oh my God, I got so active in ministry. I joined the youth committee. I became a youth secretary. I got so soaked into ministry to the point that when time came to go back to school, I did not want now to leave ministry. But thank God, I commuted. I studied from a university nearby home. So I was commuting. And now on the weekends, I would still join the youth ministry. So what I wanted to share is in that time of now I am in VAC, I do not go to school. I cannot go party. I cannot go socialize. I try to find something that was meaningful, that was valuable, that could occupy me and grow me. And by the way, that season, however short it was, it really impacted my life. And up to now, I am a minister in church because of that season. Because that is where I started. That is how I started, how it started grooming me to the minister I am right now. Even how I'm speaking confidently right now. It is because of that.
I feel like asking you. Please ask you, let Mr. Shawa. Let me restrain because.
Oh my God! I think we shall make an episode of how I met my husband. But yes, that is how I met sense. Because yes, we are fellowshipping from the same church, and
my dear, are you fellowshipping? Are you in ministry? Oh, you're missing someone just.
And now I think I met him a year after after when I had gotten now
out of that.
into ministry.
If we get his version, he must have seen you on day one.
Now, of course, now me, I was in choir. I was always in front there ministering. And okay, for him, he says he had already seen me.
These guys are smart.
But now, because me, I'm always in front there, I see very many people.
Yes.
So I cannot pick out that particular person. But yes, I met him in ministry. We actually went for a mission together, and that's where everything started. We shall just...
Yeah, but that's a blast. That's
yeah. So me, that season, it is a highlight because it's really birthed a lot of things in me. My confidence, I didn't know that I could even stand in front of a congregation and actually minister and actually speak and pray. But it is that season. And maybe another season that I can highlight is a period of COVID. That's 2020, 2019, COVID. I was still at campus when it came. Now, still, Munanga, I think, has been so much bad that we still have been so much indoors. I don't know if people relate, but some of them relate.
Yeah, they do.
If it was not home, I would be at school. If it is not school, now church had come in, I would be at church. Yes. So my life would be home, school, church. Home, school, church.
You are very predictable.
Very. If you come home and I'm not there, then it should be a weekday I'm at school. If it's not a weekday and it's a weekend, I am at church.
If you're not home.
If I'm not at home. So now, COVID hits. We are not allowed to go to church. We are not allowed to go to school.
So you're home.
I am home completely. My dear, I nearly died.
Suffocation was flash.
My God, I suffocated. It was too much to the point that somewhat we had internet at home. Daddy had provided internet.
Thank you, Daddy.
Daddy had provided for us internet. And then I think because of the course I was doing IT. So of course I had gadgets. Okay. I had a laptop. I had a phone. I had everything that I needed. But during that time, I wasn't now practicing so much what I had studied. For the maybe 1 year I had been at school because it phoned me when I was in second year. Okay.
COVID second year, and then there is me COVID. I won't tell you where I was.
So I was so idle, and I remember that time TikTok had just come. TikTok was so booming during that time. TikTok. Yes, I think that is when it boomed so much.
I got to know TikTok last year.
People were too idle in that the only thing that could make them busy was TikTok. So now, me, instead of putting a camera, of course I did. I won't say I didn't. I did, but for a small time. But instead, I resorted to getting a skill to learn. I chose to get a skill to teach myself because now, yes, I was so idle. Waking up to sleep. That is that. So that is where I
waking up to sleep. For sleeping to waking up.
You wake up in the morning, do housework, sleep. You wake up the same routine. It was getting too boring. And then I had internet. We would just be on TikTok and then WhatsApp and then really I needed something to keep me going. That is where I learned the skill of graphic designing because yes, I was studying IT and IT is very huge. It is very wide in that you study communication, you study web designing, you study app development, you study system development, you study a lot of things.
Yes.
Why are you breathing?
I relate.
Yeah, you study a lot of things, but surprisingly, graphic design wasn't taught. I actually don't know how, but it wasn't really touched because I learned these things in COVID on my own. And how I came to learn about them is because I had so much love for visuals. You see, even while studying IT, when we are building a website, there is the front end and back end. Now, the back end is more of codes. It is more of mathematics and all that. But then there is the front end where us now users see what you scroll, what you see, the user interface. Now, me, while studying that,
you go to Google.
You who go to Google and you put www and then that page comes. That is now the front end. That is what I used to admire most. And I think that is where the love for graphic design came from because I admire so much the visuals.
The front end.
quotes and all those things. Yeah. So I decided to teach myself the Photoshop, Illustrator, all those
visuals.
all those
Yes.
applications. And yeah, now while doing that in COVID, of course we weren't going to church. But then remember, I had gotten so deep into ministry.
Yes.
Now I was an ICT chairperson at church.
Like a department.
This is a department on the church council, on the parish council. I sit on the council.
Yes, dear. Because of what you self-taught yourself.
Exactly. I sit on the parish council.
I heard what I said.
It is okay. I understood.
Self-taught yourself.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So I had gotten the church had given me that responsibility to head the ICT department of the church because of my ICT knowledge, and then the graphic designing, the posts and all that. Meanwhile, I designed the church website. I did. With the little knowledge I had of the 1 year, 2 years of campus. Yes. So during that time, now I was home, I decided to volunteer to be making posts for St. John's Church, Sunday posts, fellowship posts, Friday, what. That is how I started now polishing the graphic design. Polishing. Using church as my practicing aid.
You see how God was aligning things.
He was really aligning for me. Fast forward, 2023, I got called somewhere. I get called because someone now knew about my graphic design skill and they needed a graphic designer. I remember it was even 3rd January 2023. They called me for interview. This guy was starting a company in Uganda, and he needed a graphic designer. So when I came for the interview, I was like, no, I had never done a graphic design as a profession. It was my very first time. Oh,
graphic design as a profession is different from IT.
Yeah, someone can major in graphic design because IT is really wide. You can study IT as a whole, but then you major in web design, you major in app development, you major in maybe maintenance. These people who maintain computers, they repair, the technician. You can be a technician. So now, me, instead of going the wider way, I decided to focus on the graphic design because graphic design is a skill. So I decided to focus there. So now when I went for the interview, this man who wanted to hire me did not care about my CV. Meanwhile, I had done my CV so well. Actually, it is my husband. By then, he was my friend who did it for me.
Yeah. Friends with benefits. We appreciate you.
And you know, he's good with research and all that. He's really smart. So I really trusted that CV.
And God spotted you out.
But then here is the thing. If they had asked me to interpret that CV, I would fail. I would fail.
That's a bad thing.
That's a really bad thing. The CV was top notch.
Culprits, my dear. Please.
Very well typed, very well, But now, this guy did not care about the CV.
Did he look at it?
Did he even? He did.
He didn't ask for it even.
When I brought it very well organized in an envelope, I handed it to him. He didn't bother to even look at my name, whether it's my name on it. He just got it and folded it. He told me, I know people can fold CVs. I don't need this. He actually put it in a trash next to him. He asked me, so now, Marion.
I'm not laughing.
No, for real, that is the truth. Honestly,
I know people can forge. And here is your candidate who has actually. Oh, I will say, wow.
At some point, I got scared. I thought the CV is going to speak everything about me. And at that time, I wasn't so confident to expressing myself in front of interviewers and the panel and all that. He got the CV, put it aside. He told me, now, Marion, what can you do?
What do you bring to the table?
Because this is a job I'm applying for that is too practical. Yeah. Very practical. Nothing theory, because Maya, you're going to go and explain what, practical. They needed to see what I have done, what I can do. So the papers didn't matter at the time. thank God I had moved with my work.
Okay.
That I had done at St. John's Church. Double post fellowship, double video. I even remember at that time I had done a homecoming video.
Okay. For the church.
For the church, yes. So that is the work that I showed, that she presents, that I presented for church. And do you know that it was also a plus? Because then we had come like 3 graphic designers to apply. But what put me on top is because I was a minister. The company I've been working for is a Christian digital marketing company. Christian.
They have your presenting church things.
Yes. That was like a very huge plus for me.
Works. It
was like a very huge plus for me. And actually, of all the people that came, he just told me, no, I need Marion. And he asked me, how much do you want? I had to name my price.
Did they give it to you?
Of course he did, but right now, I feel like I was too young by that time. I wasn't married. I was still single. Like you were home. I didn't need a lot of money. But if he asked me,
you didn't know exactly what you want.
Yes, but if he asked me that question now,
Mister, please ask me.
But yeah, I named my price, and he didn't even bother negotiating with me. He just told me
it was too low for him.
Of course, it was. He just told me, start Monday.
Wow.
And that was my interview.
Wow.
Very well finished. Like that.
Utilizing the time.
I utilized the time that I was home. Yes,
and utilizing it reasonably.
Reasonably.
Now imagine if you're presenting videos of presenting things that are... So the way God ordered. Ordered your putting.
So now today, it has now become my career. Like, I can stand confidently and say, I am a graphic designer because of the step that I took in that season.
Yes.
Because now I do it so perfectly and so effortlessly.
I agree. I agree. I have attested to this.
You might think I studied it in class, or maybe someone came and taught me. No, but I think also passion. Passion contributes.
I think what that speaks is when you are in this season,
find something you're passionate
about, but also what occupies your mind.
Yeah.
Like the things you think about, the things you dream of, the things you look forward to. Because I remember that time when I was like now there are no job, no school. I remember someone posted on our WhatsApp group of our Waranyanji Old Girls Association something and said, I am looking for someone to tend my shop. I want a young girl, trusted. By the way, that day I was even offline. A friend of mine called me and said, "You have data. Check WhatsApp. See this message and see if you can." When I read it, of course, attending a shop didn't feel like something I read. And it was not actually a shop. It was also more like, how do they call these things? Where you market things, then earn points, then connect other people, and from the people there's a way they
commission.
Yeah, but
sales,
something market, digital, I don't know.
Market.
But anyway, it was more of that. She was saying some oils and whatever from Sweden. So she needed someone to
sell, and then you earn commission.
No, she was giving me salary. She was then earning her commissions because I was doing everything in her name.
Hey.
So when I read it, it didn't feel like something I want to do. But then the first thought was, I'll not be idle. At least there'll be a client coming in. There'll be someone I'm telling about this product.
And you're good at marketing.
I didn't know then. Actually, it's you that has constantly told me that statement. All my life, I don't.
You didn't know.
Up to now,
please.
I don't really think.
Just know it from today.
I know that I can talk, but
no, you're really good at marketing. You can actually speak about something, and someone gets inspired to buy it or get it.
I am learning that from you,
you're
to be
gifted,
honest.
right?
And the time I was with her, we actually made sales.
Yeah, see?
We actually made sales. So I accepted for the sake of like have somewhere you can spend time. Don't be idle. I want something to keep me, like, you wake up in the morning, you have something to look forward to. And I remember when I was at it, I brought this because of the point of passion. While I was at it, one day she invited for something. I don't even know what to call it, but it was like a speaking engagement at Serena. I had worked with her for a month, and she's invited at Serena to some speaking, one of the real good in the country public speakers had a session and shared an invite. So those who had invites were not praying. You get to the entrance, present your invitation, and then the rest, you know, those things where you are changing and you think maybe 1 BT per second. Yeah, so randomly she says, I am busy, I have something planned. It was an after work thing, after 5. So she says, if you don't have anything you're going to do home, can you just go and attend? I said, why not? Because I've already had, you know, speaking. First of all, speaking is like, something like that, something I'd love to go through, but those sessions somehow always, me, I'll be cheap. I'm yet to, I'll, I'll be cheap.
Let them look forward to you.
Look forward and I'll be affordable.
Yeah.
So I definitely go. And I mean, it is Serena. I had never been there for like now to really enter and I'm served. The door is passed. You know, when you're going like to, and you pass, this is Parliament, this is Serena, like that.
Yeah.
So I go in and this gentleman, he's called Pepe Minambo. I think some people know about him. He actually has a program on MTV. He's very articulate. He really inspires you and you feel like doing something the following day. So I once understood that, and man, I left feeling like even if this woman doesn't pay me for the 1 month that I have worked, I had been lost. And because I was so interested and so they were looking out for people who wanted to do a certain course. And I think being young, I don't know how God worked it out. They subsidized it for me. They charged me like a quarter of what the 3 months were charging. I ended up attending a public speaking course for 3 months.
Wow.
And got a certificate. And for me, that is like my world. So these seasons come, they present maybe a lot of negativity, a lot of frustrations. But look out for. She talked about the bit of how she got out of herself to start the church thing, the ministry, and see where it got her in regard to work. But that's the job she did until she chose to become a stay-home mom. Yeah. So as you're in that season, whatever season it is, what are you doing with yourself? What do you think about? How do you spend your time? How are you bettering you?
How are you making yourself useful
and relevant to the current world? Yeah, we are so privileged lately with internet, with all these things. You can learn a skill or two. You can learn how to do that. You can learn how to do the other. Please do not allow yourself to drown in phases like depression.
And by the way, I have been so good at graphic design that even right now I can actually now teach someone graphic design.
So if you want to learn
graphic design,
teacher Marion,
I will teach you so well that if within a month you will be able to make money.
And that's
I am making money.
And you've had those gigs. She's very affordable.
Very affordable.
If you want to host like such a show and they're overcharging you to, record you and edit for you, she's that girl.
Exactly.
She's the one we are employing at Bova's Corner. And I think you can justify that her work is good.
Yeah.
So the season should not sit on you. Make use of the season.
Utilize the season you are in. Be useful to the community. Be useful to yourself. Learn a skill. Or maybe if a skill is not your thing, go deep into the spiritual world.
Yeah, just to know you.
And know your
what
God.
You can do with you.
Maybe minister in church if you are if you love those things. You can minister in any way. You can even clean church. That is also ministry. You might not sing like I do. You can just go and maybe be a church warden or decorate church. Be useful in whatever season you're in. Do not just be there at home because now it is COVID. Now COVID has gone. Or maybe I do not have a job. I stay in the house, sleeping, waiting for the next day, waiting for the day to end. Let us be useful.
Because you studied HR, you're waiting for an advert of HR.
Of HR, no, my dear. And let us not minimize jobs. She has talked of the shop attendant that she did. A whole accountant.
Yeah.
Doing shop attending. I mean, if she was despising jobs, she wouldn't have attended that public speaking event.
True.
Because it was through that you ended up being being
invited.
invited. Yes. So let's not minimize any job opportunity, anything in the season we are in, because Mnange for you started BBA, so you are waiting for a BBA job. No, you can actually start making juice like I do. I do juice even with the academic standard I am at. Munange, we have to utilize the season that we are in. So last episode we talked of utilizing the season that we are currently in as stay-at-home moms. You might not be a stay-at-home mom. You might be a career woman who is working. There is that season also. There is a way how you can utilize it. Maybe you are waiting on a spouse. How are you utilizing that season of singleness? Because yes, when you get the spouse, that season will not come back. You might miss it. You might miss to do things that you would have done. So how are you utilizing that season? Yeah. So yeah, we have come to a wrap.
Thank you for keeping up with us. Please continue watching, share, like, comment.
Invite your friends to watch our episodes. Yeah. We hope to impact very many lives. We are not here to just sit behind the camera and
we are doing life.
We are doing life together with very many people.
Until then, bye. God bless you.